Today, we got Wolverine and X-23 taking on Deadpool and Domino. Who wins? Let's find out. A long-lived mutant with the rage of a beast and the soul of a samurai, James Logan Howard's past is filled with blood, war, and betrayal. Possessing an assorted healing factor, enhanced senses, and bone claws in his hands that, along with his skeleton, are coated in adamantium, Wolverine is the ultimate weapon. Logan possesses superhuman strength. He's been able to swing tree trunks around like baseball bats, held an elevator with just one hand, and he's even punched into solid steel before. Wolverine is also incredibly agile, possesses enhanced reflexes and speed, being able to dodge point-blank bullets, machine gun fire, and has even attacked faster than the human eye can follow. He's got incredible senses, many times better than a human. It can even surpass most animals. He can see in complete darkness, hear over incredible distances, taste pheromones in the air, fight blindfolded by just hearing, and is the best tracker in the Marvel Universe. He's also incredibly durable, thanks in large part to his adamantium skeleton and healing factor, and has withstood punches from Hulk, Thor, Thing, and Wonder Man. Let's talk about Logan's healing factor for a second here. This mutant ability allows him to heal from virtually any injury at an incredibly fast rate. And I do mean any injury. He's regrown missing limbs, organs, and has even regenerated from just a skeleton before. But not only that, but his healing factor also prevents nerve strikes from working effectively, because his healing bypasses the effect virtually instantaneously. Wolverine possesses 3-foot-long claws on each hand, which are coated in adamantium, and can slice through anything, even harming Hulk, Thor, and Thanos. Logan has been trained in a variety of martial arts, mastering 28 different forms of Kung Fu alone, and is one of the greatest fighters in the Marvel Universe. He's taken down Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and Deadpool, and even helped to train Black Widow and Kitty Pryde. On top of that, Logan has been gifted with an incredible strategic and tactical mind that has even been compared to a highly advanced computer. Then on that same team is X-23. X-23 is a product of the Weapon X program, cloned from a damaged sample of Wolverine's DNA. Since she could walk, she was trained to kill Wolverine, but instead, she joined the X-Men, becoming his daughter figure, and eventually his successor. As a clone of Wolverine, Laura has strength, speed, and agility similar to Wolverine. Now, she rarely relies on her strength to win a fight, but she has been seen throwing opponents through walls, and is quick enough to dodge bullets, and actually even identify what type of bullets they are as they go whizzing past her face. Then, of course, X-23 is an incredible healing factor as well. She's been able to regenerate damaged tissue, regrow limbs, regenerated from having her body blown apart by a bazooka, survived having her stomach blown up and all of her sweat turned into acid, and one time even survived accidentally extending her own claws into her brain. Definitely not her best moment, but it does showcase her impressive healing factor. It's even been argued that her healing factor is better than Wolverine's. Now, notice how I mentioned that X-23 has the ability to regrow limbs? Well, that's because only her claws are coated in adamantium. The rest of her skeleton isn't. Laura does have her claws, which are essentially the same as Wolverine's, except she has 2 coming out of her wrist, and then 1 coming from her foot. Her claws will be able to slice up the Hulk and cut out his eyes, and she's precise enough with them that she can easily slice someone's hamstring. X-23 is a highly skilled fighter, and is an expert in armed and unarmed combat, and a master of several different forms of martial arts. She has also participated in many different Black Ops missions, and is an expert assassin. Now, despite being incredibly hard to beat, X-23 does have some weaknesses. First, there's a specific chemical called a trigger scent that sends her into berserker rage, and she can't distinguish between friend and foe. Her healing factor can also be overloaded, to where it takes her a while to heal and she's out of the fight. And since her entire skeleton isn't covered in adamantium, she is susceptible to decapitation and losing limbs. Then, the other team, we have Deadpool and Domino. Wade Wilson is a former test subject of the Weapon X program, where he received his regenerative healing factor through the scientific experiments conducted upon him. Deadpool's powers and personality traits combine to make a wild, mentally unstable, and unpredictable mercenary. He's been a member of the X-Force and the Thunderbolts, and also a professed member of the X-Men and Avengers. He's been altered by Weapon X to have superhuman strength, and while not quite on par with someone like Captain America, Wade is able to lift over 1,000 pounds. His speed, reflexes, and agility are also enhanced, and Deadpool is able to dodge point-blank gunfire, disarm opponents before they even know what's happening, and even deflect bullets with his katanas. But where Deadpool really shines is his durability and his healing factor. Wade has one of the greatest healing factors in the Marvel Universe, up there with Wolverine and Hulk, and can regenerate body tissue at extremely fast rates. Deadpool's healing factor is actually derived from Wolverine's, but unlike Logan's, Wade is somewhat dependent upon his willpower. He survived being impaled, decapitated, blown apart, riddled with bullets, all with no lasting damage, and has even regenerated from just a hand before. Because of his healing factor, Deadpool is also immune to poison, sedatives, and doesn't produce as many fatigue toxins, meaning that he can fight for much longer than the average human. Wade is a skilled fighter and martial artist, being able to battle against Wolverine, Iron Fist, Black Panther, and Captain America, and has even defeated Taskmaster before. He's also a very unpredictable fighter, which throws off even the most skilled and experienced warriors. He carries around a massive arsenal, complete with multiple different firearms, explosives, and bladed weapons, with his favorite being his katanas. Deadpool also has the ability to break the fourth wall, and he knows that he is a comic book character, but that ability really isn't super important in a fight. Then on that same team, we have a Domino. Domino is a skilled mutant mercenary, who possesses the ability to manipulate probability in her favor, given the effect of incredible luck. Now, Domino has 3 rules of survival that I think are pretty important to understand her character. 1. When you think your side is losing, kick over the board game and start again with new rules. 2. When in doubt, cheat. And 3. Never get emotionally involved. Domino is essentially an Olympic-level athlete, as she's strong enough to hold up multiple people from falling off a cliff, and is fast enough to dodge gunfire. Although it's debatable how much is speed and how much is her luck powers. Domino is also a highly skilled fighter, as she's got essentially a lifetime's worth of martial arts training and experience as a mercenary. She's even skilled enough to fight evenly against both Deadpool and Cable, and can beat both of them by cheating. But Domino's greatest power is her ability to subconsciously and psionically affect the probabilities around her, and make things work in her favor and against the favor of others. When taking a shot, Domino's good luck will make it to where she almost always hits her target, regardless if it's got to ricochet off of several surfaces or even bend around things. The bullets pretty much always find their mark. She's also able to survive massive explosions with just a few simple scrapes and bruises. And she's even lucky enough to hit all the right nerves and pressure points in order to knock out Red Hulk. Then she's also got the ability to cause bad luck to befall her opponents, like causing guns to misfire, even if the odds of that actually happening were 1 in 1,000. She's caused grenades to ricochet back to whoever threw them, and even got 2 androids to destroy each other when they were trying to kill her. As a mercenary, Domino always carries around an impressive arsenal, complete with guns, pistols, explosives, knives, magnesium flares, and plasma pack explosives. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, physically, Team 1, Wolverine and X-23, have got the advantage. And that's mostly because Domino is the weak link and doesn't have a healing factor. Wolverine is definitely the strongest, being able to stop a falling elevator with one hand, hurl Dragon Man by the tail, and Dragon Man weighs about 3 tons, and even carry the grand piano up the mountains for 8 days without food or water. Then I gotta go with Deadpool, as the Marvel Handbook has him listed as able to lift 2 tons. He's actually caught Wolverine's punches before. Finally, I would say X-23 is stronger than Domino, but honestly, those 2 girls don't really rely on strength too much in their fights, and they're close enough to where it doesn't really matter. And then with speed, well, all 4 of them have more than proven that they're fast enough to dodge bullets. Wolverine has dodged point-blank gunfire before, and Spider-Man has commented on how fast he is. X-23 is so fast and agile that she's actually able to identify what type of bullets they are as they go whizzing past her face. Deadpool is able to regularly dodge bullets as well, even if he isn't completely healed yet, and Domino is fast enough to dodge gunfire as well, although some of her luck powers might come into play with that. And then Domino is at a massive disadvantage when it comes to durability. She doesn't have a healing factor like the others, and that is a huge disadvantage in this fight. And I believe it's really kind of debatable which of these 3 has the stronger healing factor, as various writers at various times have said one or the other has a stronger healing factor. If I had to, I would say it's X-23 at the lowest, then Wolverine and Deadpool, but it's kinda a moot point, because all 3 are strong enough to hang in the fight for a good long while, and withstand most of the attacks the other team can throw at them. Now, I believe a lot of this fight hinges on how the 2 teams pair off, and I think the most likely event will be Wolverine and Deadpool going head to head, and then X-23 and Domino battling it out. However, if Logan notices Laura is in exceptional danger, he'll probably drop his fight and go in to try and save her. So how would those 2 fights play out? Well, let's take a look at X-23 and Domino. Now there are a couple of things to look at in this fight. 1, which of these 2 heroes is the better fighter? And 2, how much will Domino's luck powers affect the fight? And then 3, how much punishment can X-23 take from Domino? Because honestly, with Domino's lack of a healing factor and X-23's claws, one well-placed hit from Laura is gonna end the fight right then and there. So who's the better fighter? Now, both of these girls are world-class mercenaries and assassins, and have years of fighting experience. But I gotta give the edge to X-23. She's fought against more skilled opponents throughout her tenure, and has overall just impressed me more with her cold and ruthless skills. But Domino has got a massive advantage in her corner with her luck powers, both granting her good luck and giving bad luck to her opponents. I mean, she's even used her luck manipulation to hit all of the right nerve pressure points on the Red Hulk and knock him out. So that kinda gives you an example of what we're dealing with here. However, granted, it was a confused Red Hulk, and this definitely won't be a confused X-23, but Laura's gonna be going for the kill, or incapacitation right from the beginning. Now, it's kinda hard to predict just how exactly Domino's luck powers will function in this fight. because for all intents and purposes, her powers allow almost anything to happen. X-23's claws could not extend from her body. A giant wrecking ball could land on top of her and crush her, and she couldn't move. Really, anything can happen. However, Domino's powers usually don't work in such obvious or overpowered ways. In all likelihood, her luck powers will likely just result in her landing accurate shots with bullets, landing punches in the right spots, and force Laura to miss attacks. And that could be problematic for Domino, considering that she doesn't really have enough powerful attacks to consistently put Laura down for the count. Because let's just take a look at X-23's healing factor for a second here. She's consistently shown that getting shot full of bullets does nothing to slow her down. She's just fine after being hit with a high number of grenades. She's been stabbed in the head with adamantium blades and had the right side of her body blown up with a bazooka. It was just fine through all of it. That'd be really tough for Domino to put down, regardless of how lucky she is. Then that's not even taking into account that X-23 is a cold and calculated killer, and tends not to fight like a berserker like Wolverine, meaning that she'll do her best to dodge or even block bullets with her claws rather than just get hit with them. And yeah, Domino will get some wins in with a well-placed shot to the eye or something like that. But more often than not, I'm gonna go with X-23 and our healing factor to come out on top. Especially since X-23 has just got to get one lucky hit in order to put Domino down, or at least turn the fight massively in her advantage. While it'll take a lot of well-placed shots from Domino to put X-23 down. So what about the other fight that's going on at the same time? Wolverine versus Deadpool. Well, this is easily one of the most hotly debated fights amongst fans. It's actually one that I've seen play out in comics several times. And the funny thing is, Deadpool actually has a winning record over Wolverine. Wade has a tendency to not take fights too seriously, but when he's actually trying, he's proven himself to kind of be Wolverine's kryptonite. So even though I like Wolverine more as a character, I gotta say that just based on their track record to fighting against each other in comics, Deadpool will probably come out on top. But see, here's the thing. The fight is gonna go on for a good long while, considering that both of them have some of the greatest healing factors in all of comics. They'll be able to take punishment and just get up and keep on coming and keep on coming. On the other hand, I don't see X-23 and Domino's fight lasting too long, considering that Domino doesn't have durability on the same level as the others, and won't be able to last as long in the fight. Then it becomes a 2-on-1 fight, with Wolverine X-23 taking on Deadpool. And I just don't see Deadpool coming on top in that one. Both Wolverine and X-23 can give the Merc of a Mouth a good fight on their own, and together, well, they're just too much for him. Might be a long fight, and a battle I would love to see, but I gotta back Wolverine and X-23 at the end of it. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button, more videos just one every single weekday, and I'll see you next time.